Hello, testing 1, 2. Hello everyone, welcome to our webinar. If you can hear me loud and clear, I would appreciate you could type a yes in the chat box. Basically how you do that is to click on the, just hold on for a moment. Yep, okay, all you need to do to activate the chat box is to click on the speech balloon on the left side of the screen. You should be able to bring up the chat box, and if you can hear me loud and clear, I would appreciate if you could just kindly type a yes so that I know that you guys can hear me loud and clear. All right, can you just do that? That's right. If you can hear me loud and clear, I would appreciate if you could type yes in the chat box so that I know that you guys can hear me. Can everyone hear me? Hello, can everyone hear me? If you can hear me loud and clear, I appreciate you can type a yes in the chat box so that I can begin the webinar. Hello, testing. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? Hello, can everyone hear me? Awesome, I can see Ellie's reply. Thank you, Ellie, for responding. What about the rest of us? Can we all hear me loud and clear? And can you actually see the screen? You can see this. If you can hear me loud and clear, just kindly type a yes so that I know that you guys can hear me and we can begin the webinar. Anyway, while waiting for more of us to log in, my name is Charles and I'm an e-commerce entrepreneur. And I'd like to just firstly give you a disclaimer by sharing with you that I am not a professional speaker, all right? I'm not a professional speaker. I earn my income through my e-commerce business, and the only reason why I'm sharing this information today is I want to benefit more people because I made a promise to my mentors who shared with me the exact same information that you're about to hear, that I will pass it along. All right, so really happy to have all of you here joining me for this webinar. And I know that you guys can be doing something else this evening. I mean, after a long day of work, you have been resting at home, or maybe doing something else like going out with your family or watching the movies. But or even watch, some people say watch Korean drama. Like there was recently one very popular drama, right? I haven't watched it. It's called Descendants of the Sun. I heard that is a very, very popular drama. And but I really appreciate all of you guys for taking time off to invest your time to attend this webinar. I promise that I'll do my best in this webinar to give you as much information as possible to let you learn a proven step-by-step system on how to create income using social media. All right, so as we let's wait for another 1 more minute before we begin the webinar proper. All right, but for those of us who are on the webinar right now, can you kindly type a yes on the chat box so that I know that you can actually hear me loud and clear and that I can actually begin the webinar proper. All right, so if you can hear me loud and clear, I would appreciate if you could type a yes in the chat box to bring up the chat box, all you need to do is just click on the speech balloon icon on the left side of your screen. All right, and it will bring up the chat box. And if you can hear me, just type a yes so that I know that you can hear me and can actually begin the webinar proper. All right, so thank you so much, Kiran. Thank you so much for confirming that you can hear me. So it's 9:07. I think we can just begin the webinar right now. So once again, so let's begin the webinar right now. Okay, so thank you so much once again, everyone, for joining me in this webinar. And in this webinar, you're going to learn a proven step-by-step system on how to create income using social media, all right, by having an e-commerce business, all right, from the comfort of your own home, all right. And my name is Charles Young. I'm going to be your trainer for today. And really, I'm not a professional speaker, all right. So if along the way, if I, fumble a bit or I forgot what to say, is it okay? I can have your is it okay you can forgive me, because really I'm not a professional speaker. I actually make my income through an e-commerce business, okay? And the only reason why I'm sharing this information today is because I promised my mentors to pass this along. All right, so we're going to begin right now. But before I begin, I'd like to ask all of you a quick question. All right, so I'm going to ask you, how would working from home mean to you? How would you like to be able to work from the comfort of your own home, all right? And work on your laptop and with your internet connection on social media, and maybe spend a few hours every morning, all right, on your business, and be able to generate an income from your home. How would you like to be able to do that? How about not worrying about retirement? Do you know that 95%, all right, statistics have shown that 95% of Singaporeans cannot retire comfortably, right? I mean, everyone knows how high the standard of living in Singapore is, right? And do you know that 95% of us, right, Singaporeans, cannot retire comfortably? It's amazing, right? After everyone says that, with such a good education system, and then have such a stable country, but yet only 5% of us are able to retire comfortably. 95% of us actually need some form of financial support, whether is it from the government, or whether is it from their children or their family. All right, 95% of us cannot retire comfortably. How would you like to be able to retire comfortably, never worrying about retirement ever again? All right, how about spending more time with your loved ones and family? Right, how about maybe after a few hours, working a few hours on your e-commerce business in the mornings? How would you like to be able to spend the whole afternoons with your kids, right, and whole nights as well, and even the weekends with your family and your loved ones? How would you like to be able to do that? And how would you feel if you could take multiple vacations a year? Maybe not just to a nearby location like KL or Thailand, but how would you like to travel to faraway countries like Europe or America or the Bahamas, the Hawaiis, right? How would you like to be able to do that? All right, multiple times a year, maybe up to 4 or 5 times a year. How would you like to be able to do that? Well, congratulations, you're going to discover how to turn this into reality with 5 steps to create wealth using social media. I'm going to share with you the information throughout this training, all right? But I'd like to ask you a question right now. Now, look at your screen right now, right? You see some, these are all companies, right? Now, what do these companies have in common? Well, if you answered they are e-commerce companies, right? They are online companies. You're absolutely right, right? So the fastest growing companies in the world right now, right, are all online e-commerce companies. So if these are the fastest growing companies in the world right now, right, because of their low startup costs and a global reach, then doesn't it makes more sense, if you want to start a business, to actually follow in their footsteps by starting an online e-commerce company, right? So I'm going to show you how to do exactly that. But before I begin, I'd like to ask you a question, right, that I always start off with in my trainings, right? That's because, right, before we even talk about, the strategies and methods of how to generate income, there is something that needs to be addressed first, all right? But first, let me ask you a question. Now, what do you see on the screen right now? So what do you see? Now, if you are like most people, right, you would say that, oh, Charles is just a picture of flowers, right? It's actually a picture of artificial flowers, right? But do you know who is Li Ka-shing? Li Ka-shing is the richest man or second richest man in Asia, right? Recently just overtaken by Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba. All right, but Li Ka-shing, okay, second richest man in Asia. When he used to be the richest man in Asia, but do you know what he saw? Do you know what when he saw the artificial flower, he did not just see the artificial flower, all right? He actually saw a business empire, all right? He saw a huge business opportunity waiting in front of him. That's because that was back then in the 1970s, 1980s, right? When no one else was doing this, he saw a huge opportunity in the market. So he took up this, distributed this all over Asia, and made his first millions by selling artificial flowers. All right, so what can we learn from this? All right, it's the same thing, right? And this and thing is, I've shown this information to many people, right? But only those of us, right, with the open mindset and a successful person's mindset is able to see beyond the information, to recognize the opportunity that awaits right in front of you. All right, so I want to encourage you, if you want to really benefit from this information, right, can we all have an open mind and start adopting a successful person's mindset by having an open mind? All right, can we all do that today? All right, so if you can all do that today, then I would like to begin first by actually sharing a little bit about myself. Is it okay if I spend a little bit of time to share a bit about myself? All right, so my name is Charles Young once again. All right, and I'm just an ordinary guy. You know, my parents told me when I was young, my parents told me, they say that, a boy, you know, if you want to be successful, you want to retire comfortably, all right, you need to study hard. All right, you need to study hard, get good grades, you know, then when you graduate, get a good job, work hard at your job, and you'll be able to retire comfortably and be successful. Right. So how many of us actually have heard the same kind of advice from our parents before? Right. And no, I was very obedient, so I obeyed my parents. I studied very hard and finally managed to enter into university on track to graduate as an engineer. Right. So that's what I did. And but the thing is, the very same advice, right, that they advised me to, right, to work hard, to study hard, and then to work hard, right, it actually backfired on my parents. You see, at that point of time, I read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Now, how many of us actually heard of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad before? Yeah. So if you have read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, you will have learned that, you know, the old education system or the old mindset whereby we can just study hard, get good grades, and then we get a good job, and then we work hard now, and then we'll be successful, right? Now this actually doesn't work already in today's world, right? It doesn't work already. That's because we are now living in a what age? We are now living in the internet age, where any job, right, where so many jobs are being replaced by technology right now, right? And so many jobs in the world right now, right, can be done by anyone in, you know, in India or China. Cheap labor is so available right now. Simply working hard in a job is not going to cut it in today's world, right? And it have been and to make things worse, it actually happened to my own family, right? My mom, right, who has been working hard her entire life, she did exactly what the system told her to do, right? Work hard at the job, but in 2003, in the height in the SARS period, how many of us still remember the SARS period, right? During the SARS period, because my mom was working in the retail line. She has worked hard in the retail line her entire life, right? Working 12, 14 hours a day. But yet, when something that was out of control happened, right, she lost her job. And there were four of us still schooling, four kids, right? I was the eldest of the four children. And I experienced for myself firsthand how stressful and how painful and how frightening it was, right, to not have a source of income. And I will never forget the experience of how my mom actually cried in the toilet. I'll never forget that painful experience, right? So when I graduated, I decided, hey, there must be a better way. All right, there must be a better way to do this. So after that, I actually went on instead of going to engineering, I actually did a lot of sales related jobs. That's because Robert Kiyosaki says that, if you want to succeed in life, the one skill you need to learn is sales, right? So I tried a lot of sales related job, but long story short, all right, I after trying insurance, event sales, engineering sales, tuition sales, all right, so I tried so many sales jobs, but ultimately I failed. Basically, I just failed in all of them. All right, that's because I was an introvert. All right, I didn't like meeting new people. All right, so I just basically failed in all of them. Right, so I was really really worried. Is there something I can really do? Right, is there really something I can really do? But then, you know what happened? I actually found internet marketing, and I fell in love with it. Because they say that in internet marketing you don't have to actually meet people, right? And you can actually do your thing behind a laptop or computer, right? And you'll be able to make money, and you don't need to meet people at all. So I was very intrigued by the idea. I started internet marketing, and long story short, right, after many many failures, I finally succeeded, and I finally got so good at it that I was hired by a training and education company to do the digital marketing for them, right? And I actually uh, generated $500,000 for them. So that was pretty good result. And after that, I actually started an e-commerce business. But honestly, to tell you the truth, I actually really struggle. All right, I really struggled in my previous e-commerce businesses. That's because, do you know why? That's because as a self-employed, I had to do everything. Right, I had to do the sales and marketing, the operation, the production, the administration, the customer service, accounting. I had to do every single thing, and to be honest, I really really struggled. And but then one thing I was glad is that I continue to attend trainings like what you are doing right now. You are attending a training, and so I attended a training, and it's one of those trainings that I met my e-commerce millionaire mentors, and they pointed out the errors that I've been making in my previous e-commerce business. And after that, I started another e-commerce business in the industry I had no prior experience. All right, but with my mentor's guidance, right, I actually now is generating sales and income every single day and every single week. All right. So how many of us would like to actually find out what exactly was it that I learned from my e-commerce millionaires that enabled me to actually generate this income? If that is you, that I encourage you to listen on further. All right, because I'm going to share you exactly the step-by-step system. All right, but these are some of the challenges that people face when they actually want to start an e-commerce business. Right, so they say that, Charles, I think I don't have money. Is it true that e-commerce business need a lot of money to start? Right, yes, it's true in such a way that you still need some capital. All right, yes, it is less capital than a traditional retail business because you don't have to pay the rent, you don't have to pay staff, right? But but in the e-commerce business, you still need some capital to start off, right? That's because you need to get your supplies, and actually build a website and things like that. All right, but at the truth is, how do you actually overcome this challenge? Well, I'm going to share with you more information. All right, and some of them say, I do not know which product to sell. Very true, right? You don't know which products to sell, which market to enter, right? Many people say they have no web design experience, right? They have no online marketing experience as well. All right, how do I ensure the product quality from supplier is good? Right, and how do I avoid a price war? Right, very common in e-commerce. Every time you sell something on a platform like Q10, right, immediately there's a lot of competitors who can come in and undercut you, right? So how do you actually overcome this challenge? Well, I'm going to share with you more information, right? And I'm gonna actually share with you a 5-step system on how to create the income using social media. All right, so are you ready to begin right now? All right, if you are ready to begin, then let's move on. All right, the first step, very important, before I even begin anything, all right, is to have the correct mindset. All right, what I call it online success mindset. Before we start anything, we need to actually understand this. All right, now let me ask you a question right now. Time is what? Time is what? Now, if you're like most of my students, right, who attended my seminars, right, you will basically reply that time is money, right? That's what most people will say. Time is money, right? But let me ask you a question. Now, in this world, in this marketplace that we live in, is it really true that time is money? Is it really true that time is money? Now, let me explain to you why this is not true, okay? Now, if you were to buy anything, let's say you want to buy, for example, an iPhone, right? You want to buy an iPhone, right? Now, do you care how much time it took Apple to create that iPhone? Do you care how much time it took Apple to create the iPhone? No, you only care whether the iPhone works as advertised, right? So same thing, if you go to buy anything else, let's say you want to buy a pair of shoes, right? Do you care how much time it took the manufacturer or the designer to create a pair of shoes? No, you only care whether the shoes fits and looks nice on you, right? So here's the thing, are you really paying for time in this world? No, you are actually paying for value. That's right. All right. So in this world, okay, it is not time that is money, it is value that is money. All right. So when you're working in your job, are you being paid for your time, or are you being paid for the value that you bring during that period of time? You are actually being paid for your value. All right. So when you understand the truth that it is not time that is money, that in fact it is value that is money, right? Can you begin to do things differently from what our, what we were all trained to think, right? Now, why is it that everybody says time is money? That's because we all come up from the same education system, right? That's, they tell us we all come up from the same primary school, from the same secondary school, all come out thinking time is money. That's why we work hard for money, right? But the truth is, it's not time that is money, it is value that is money, right? And successful businessmen, entrepreneurs, they know this principle, they know the truth, and that's why they're able to think of ways to create value and add more value to more people within the same period of time, right? Every one of us have the same 24 hours, but why is it that some people are able to be richer than others? That's because they are able, or they have found a way to add a lot more value to a lot more people within the same period of time, and that's why they're earning so much money. All right, so how do you actually add value in this world? Well, all you need to do is to find a problem that a lot of people are facing and provide a solution, right? Through providing that solution, you are actually adding value to people, and by adding value to people, and people will exchange money, all right, and pay you money for in exchange for the solution that you provide, or the value that you provide to them, all right? And that's how money is made in this world, all right? And here's a tip right now: if you want to make a lot of money, all you need to do is to solve a bigger problem, right? The bigger the problem faced by more people, right, the more that the opportunity to add more value to more people, right, is there, and the more money you will make. All right, so very, very important, right? Step number one is to understand that the online success mindset, time is not time that is money, it is value that is money, and you do that by providing a solution to a big problem. All right. Excuse me. All right, so that's step number one, online success mindset. Let's go on to step number two, find a profitable market, right? Very important, right? So we need to know which market to enter, right? One of the mistakes that I made in my previous e-commerce business was that I entered a market that was, all right, that was on a flat growth, all right? There was no growth at all, and it was a cutthroat business, right? Price war and all that, right? So how do you actually find a profitable market? Well, I'll give you a tip, right? If you were to enter a market, don't enter a flat growth market. Enter a market that is what I call an evergreen market, all right? Evergreen market and a growing trend, a market that's on a growing trend, all right? So what is an evergreen market? Basically, evergreen market is a market that there's consistent demand, all right, regardless of whether or not, right, how the economy is doing, all right? There's always consistent and rising demand, all right? So this is an evergreen market, right? Another mistake that a lot of people make when entering finding a market is they enter a market that is on short-term trends, or what we call fads, right? FADS, fads, right? So what are fads? Fads are basically things that suddenly there's a lot of demand, suddenly no demand, right? So for example, Hello Kitty, suddenly there's a lot of demand, suddenly no demand, right? So if you want to build wealth long term, right, You cannot depend on fads. If fads, I mean, you can make an income, you can earn money. But here's the thing: if you want to build a long-term sustainable business, you need to find an evergreen market, right? A market that is on a consistent demand, right? Consistent rising demand, regardless of how the economy is doing. So there are three big evergreen markets in the world right now. All right, the first one is health, right? Everyone wants to stay healthier and look younger. Second one is wealth. Everyone wants to make more money, right? And the third one, relationships. Everyone wants to have a better relationship with their spouse and their loved ones, right? So let me ask you a question right now, right? Which one of the three do you think is the biggest market? Health, wealth, or relationship? Which one? All right, in order to do that, all we need to do is to go to Google Trend. Okay, Google Trend is a tool by Google that tells you which market is the most profitable. You just need to enter the keyword and it will actually show you. Right. So now make a guess right now. Health, wealth, or relationship? Which of the three is the biggest? You ready for the answer? All right. The answer is actually health. Right. You can see that health actually dwarfs relationship and wealth market. Okay, it's actually the biggest market in the world today. And if you think about it, it only makes perfect sense. Why? That's because the biggest global trends has always been driven by the baby boomers, right? The baby boomers. And the baby boomers right now, they are all of retirement age, right? And every one of them wants to stay healthier, longer, all right, and live and look younger, right? So and that's why the health is the most profitable market right now. In fact, right now within the health market, there's one specific segment which is called the anti-aging segment, right? And when I enter anti-aging, wow, look at that, right? Fast growing trend. Oh, what a fast growing trend we have found in anti-aging. Right, and if that's not all, research have shown that anti-aging is set to become a $300 billion business industry, and is set to become by 2025 a $1 trillion industry globally. Right. So this is a huge potential market. Would you agree with me to be looking at right now? Right, and if that's not all, even Google and Apple are getting into the game. Do you know that Google and Apple they are okay? Firstly, they are not they are internet and technology companies, right? But do you know that Google and Apple, right, recently they joined forces? Now you see the significance of this. Google and Apple, they're actually arch enemies. They are actually competitors, right? Because one owns the iOS, the other one owns the Android, right? But they joined forces to enter anti-aging, right? To start an industry that is not even internet related, right? It's anti-aging, and they already started Calico anti-aging company, invested $500 million, planning to invest $1.5 billion. So if even the big boys are entering anti-aging, shouldn't we take a closer look at it, right? So I've given you a very big clue right now. If you want to enter a market right now, possibly the best market to enter right now is anti-aging, right? So now that I've identified the right market to enter, step number 3, find products to promote, right? So how do you do that? Well, I'll give you a tip right now. Actually, you do not need to own your own product. Do you know that you don't need to own your own product? Yeah, that's because you can actually promote other people's product as an affiliate, right? So what is affiliate? Affiliate are basically people who market products for commission. You can actually don't not own the product, but you can actually go to Amazon, for example, right? You want to promote a physical product, you go to Amazon, right? You type in, for example, anti-aging. You can actually offer to sell all those products, right? Or market all those products that are inside, right? For a commission as an affiliate, right? You don't even need to own your product. Let other people take the risk to own the product first. Okay, so once you sell the products, right, and the products actually sell, after that you can actually consider, okay, so after I've tried, let's say you tried selling 10 products, out of the 10 products only one is sellable, and that one is actually making you quite a lot of profits. You can actually choose to start bringing in, okay, start contacting a supplier for this product, and then start doing your own and start selling it as your own product. All right, so you can actually do that. All right, but if you want to really make a lot of income, all right, fast income and fast wealth, right? Now here's a tip right now, is to promote only disruptive technology product. Right, what is disruptive technology product? Basically is a technology that when the technology come out, right? It makes the old technology obsolete so that everybody starts using the new technology, everybody starts using the new product. Okay, this is what we call disruptive technology product. The best thing is to give you an example. All right, for example, now how many of you used to use the previous or the products that you see on the screen right now? On the left you see a film camera, right? But how many of us are still using a film camera? No one. That's because everyone is using the digital camera. So the digital camera can emerge to say that it is a disruptive technology product, right? Same thing for the mobile phone. All right, everybody used to use Nokia phone or Motorola phone, right? But nowadays everyone, how many of us still using it? No, everyone is using the iPhone and Android phone. So am I right to say that the iPhone and Android phone is a disruptive technology product? Absolutely. All right. So this is what I mean by disruptive technology product. Can you see and can you see that how you could have you actually had a window of opportunity to actually make an income and create wealth fast if you had identified, let's say you used to sell mobile phone, right? And then when the iPhone came out, you identified it as a disruptive technology product that everyone will start buying the iPhone, right? If you had the exclusive rights, all right, if you had secured the exclusive rights to market the iPhone, all right, on your web store, can you see that you actually had a window of opportunity to make money and create wealth very fast, right? So that's what I mean by focusing on selling or marketing disruptive technology product. All right. So this is one of our students of our program who actually started his e-commerce business for 1 week and generated $16,000 because of uh, taking our program and actually marketing disruptive technology product in his business. Right, so that was pretty good result. Now, after you identified the right products to promote, right now is a time to drive traffic to your products, right? Drive traffic to your products. So how do you do that? Well, you can actually send a free sample to influencers, right? Influencers are basically people with lots of followers on social media, right? Basically, uh, every time they post a picture, there will be a lot of likes, a lot of comments, right? So these are people who are influencers. They already have a lot of followers who are following them on social media. All you need to do is send a free sample to them, all right, and basically ask them to actually make a short post about about their experience, all right, and immediately you have all their followers, right, looking at your product, right? So this is what you can actually do. You can also use a hashtag, right, to allow easy discovery for your products. Is another tip. Or do you know that there are people who review products for a living on YouTube? That's right. You can actually do the same. Friends, send a free sample to these people, right? Let them try and review your product on YouTube, and you also have a lot of viewers, YouTube viewers, who will actually see your product. All right. So here's a tip right now. Now, don't drive traffic to your main homepage. All right. Don't do that. All right. If you send people directly to the specific product page, right, for which you actually ask the YouTube uh, the YouTube person to review, or the free sample that you send to influencers, all right, send these people directly to your product page link, all right, so that people can immediately see get more information about product and then immediately purchase your product from your web store. All right, so that is step number 4: drive traffic to products. And this is another result that another student of ours who generated $6,000 in sales in 10 days. Not a bad result as well. All right. So once you have done the first 4 steps, right, you have the right success mindset, you enter the right market, right, you have found the right products to promote, and you have identified the right traffic strategy to get people to come to your web store to purchase products from you. What is step number 5? Very easy. Step number 5 is just to cash the checks. Yeah, that's the favorite. This will be your favorite step, right? To cash the checks, right? So after cashing a check, what are some of the things that you can do? Well, you can actually write to your boss, say, "Dear boss, I quit." Right? That's because you can actually now choose to do your online e-commerce business full time from the comfort of your own home, right? You can actually do this full time, and if you do this right, you set up and systemize your business properly, you can actually go and travel. Well, you can actually travel all over the world and can start going to all those countries that you always wanted to visit, like Europe, America, and all that, right? You can spend more time with your family and your loved ones, right? Can do that, and finally can make your dream. Excuse me. You can finally make your dream come true. All right. So, what are the dreams that you have been thinking of, right? So, what are the dreams that you have always had? You can now have the opportunity to now make your dreams come true with your online e-commerce business. Right, so this is another student of ours who actually generated $55,000 in his first month after following our system. Right, so now at this point of time, you might be wondering, what are our students actually promoting? What are the products are they actually using? Right, so is it okay if I share with you right now some of the disruptive technology products? That's right, they are all marketing disruptive technology products that our students are using. So if that is you, all right, I want you to actually watch this video right now, all right, to actually see experience what is the product that one of the products that they actually use. All right, guys. So what did just did you see on the screen just now? What just happened? You actually saw that this lady, right? She had eye bags, right? She had an eye bag, but it disappeared after applying the instant eye bag removal cream. It actually disappeared in how long? In just 2 minutes, right? Now, let me ask you a question. How much does it cost to pay a aesthetic doctor to have your eye bags removed? How much does it cost? I don't know, a few $100s? No, I think it's a few $1,000s, right? But do you know this instant eye bag removal cream only costs US $2? That's right. So imagine right now your customers buy from you this instant eye bag removal cream, right? And it works, right? Let me ask you a question. Will they come back and buy from you again? Okay, there's a catch to this eye bag removal cream. Okay, the thing is it only lasts for one application, about 8 hours to 9 hours. Right, but here's the thing: because if it works on them once, will they actually use it again, and then will they buy from you again? Definitely. All right. So can you see that this is actually a disruptive technology product? What will they go back to their old method or the old ways of, removing their eye bags? Right, after experiencing such great results, right? No, they will actually come and use it and buy from you this instant eye bag removal cream over and over again, right? So here's the thing: these are all disruptive technology. This is a disruptive technology product, and this is just one of the disruptive technology products that our students are actually promoting. All right, to introduce to you the people behind this disruptive technology, they are all top class scientists in the world. Okay, I introduce you to two of them who we are working with. The first scientist that are working with is Dr. Nathan Newman, who is a pioneer and world leader in stem cell technology. Right, basically, what is stem cells? Stem cells are basically the basic cells by which all your other cells come from. Okay, it's the first cell that comes out when the sperm enter the egg. The very first cell, that one is called the stem cell. Out of the stem cell comes all the other cells, like your nerve cells, your brain cells, skin cells, all that. Okay, everything comes from stem cell. And basically, Dr. Nathan Newman has found a way, right, to recreate and regenerate new stem cells, new skin stem cells, all right, from within the body. Okay, and basically what it does is it does a lot of things like healing of wounds, all right, reverse aging at the cellular level. Okay, I don't know any other product that actually does this. All right, I don't know of any other technology that does this. All right, and if you are a woman in attending this webinar, you might have heard of stem cells before, and you would know that stem cell is the next frontier in skincare. Right, so what I'm sharing with you right now is right is something that's happening in the world right now, right? And everybody is shifting in the skincare world. Everybody is going into stem cells, all right? And right now we have one of the world pioneers in stem cell research himself, Dr. Nathan Newman. All right, by the way, his office is based in Beverly Hills, Hollywood, and he has many Hollywood celebrities as his clients. All right, so we are talking about someone who is in the top of his field in stem cell technology, right? And this is one of the doctors they're working with. Another doctor we're working with is actually called Dr. Vincent Jimpapa. Now, you have to know this person, all right? That's because a lot of people call him the father of anti-aging. That's right. Okay, the father of anti-aging. Do you know that anti-aging is a term that was created 20 to 30 years ago, right? 20 to 30 years ago, there was no such term as anti-aging. It was a term that was created. Do you know who created this term? It is the man you see on the screen right here. All right, Dr. Vincent Jimpapa himself. He's actually the first president of American Board of Anti-Aging. Is one of the first board certified anti-aging physician in the world. All right, and do you know that if you want to be a scientist in anti-aging, do you know that you have to study his textbook? All right, that's right. He is the world authority in anti-aging himself. Right, and he is basically one of the scientists that we are working with. And you know that Dr. Vincent Jimpapa is actually nominated for the Nobel Prize for his breakthrough research in also in stem cells and in basically in anti-aging, reverse aging, in at a cellular level. Right now, you got to understand that most products in the market right now, right, they are all technology products. They only treat the symptoms, right? But Dr. Vincent Jimpapa and Dr. Nathan Newman are one of the few scientists in the world, right, who has identified the source and is able, and not just identify the source of problem, which is at the cell level, right, but is able to develop technologies that treat the cell to reverse aging at the cellular level. All right, that is how advanced these scientists are, and they are the top of their game. All right, and even Dr. Vincent Jimpapa has been nominated for the Nobel Prize. All right, so let me ask you a question. With such scientists, when we're working with such great scientists, and when you have such disruptive technology products that actually, right, works far superior than any of the products that we have in the skincare and anti-aging market right now. All right, can you see how easy it is to actually promote these products when you actually have your exclusive, when you actually have the rights to market these products? All right, when you get your hands on these products, can you actually post a simple video on Facebook and Instagram and start generating income from this? Right, can you, like, for example, post a video that you just saw on just now, right, and just start posting a video on Facebook, right? How long does it take to post a video on Facebook? How long? Probably a 5 minutes, maximum 10 minutes, right? Can you spend 10 minutes to post a simple video on Facebook, all right? And then have people start watching the video, and then when they watch, they're so amazed, they'll start to share, right? And then when you start to share, you have so many more views until you generate 65,000 views. Now, out of the 65,000 views, do you think some of them will be interested to at least buy your product to try, right? Definitely. All right, so can you see how doable this business actually is when you actually have access to disruptive technology products? All right, let me actually tell you something. We actually, now this instant eye bag removal cream is only one of the disruptive technology products that we have. We actually have an entire range of products, all right, developed by scientists like Dr. Nathan Newman and Dr. Vincent Jimpapa, right, top leaders in the anti-aging field. And when you have such great products, right, can you see how doable this business is to have business in multiple countries? All right, so you can see that I've customers from countries that I haven't even stepped foot in before, like for example Bahrain. I haven't visited Bahrain, definitely not Brazil, right? Brunei also, I don't know anybody in Brunei, I don't know anybody in Cambodia, right? But yet I have customers over there, right? How would you like to have business in all these countries, right? And also, how would you like to be able to generate an income every single day from your e-commerce business just promoting some simple videos and sharing stories on social media. Can you all do that? Right? Would you like to be able to generate income every single day and every single week? Right? If that is you, then I want to invite you to come for our seminar that is coming on next Saturday. Okay, not this Saturday, it is on the next Saturday, which is 30th of April, and you will discover and learn, right, what other in-demand disruptive products you can leverage on right now to increase your income. I'm going to show you the entire range of disruptive technology products that we have found in the anti-aging, the largest market in the world, right, the largest, fastest growing market in the world right now that we identified, all right, developed by top leaders, top scientists in their fields, Dr. Vincent Jimpapa, Dr. Nathan Nguyen, all right, and how you can actually leverage on them to actually start generating income, right? How to earn more upfront when customers buy from you, okay, how to do that, and this is very important, how to create wealth, all right? Now, why is this important? That's because most e-commerce business owners, all right, to tell you the truth, they are actually slaves to their business. That's right, all right. They cannot actually take time off. That's because they set up the business in such a way that whereby the only way for them to make money, all right, is to be in the business, all right, and they have to work in the business, all right. But how do you actually build your business, right, such that, right, the business is able to generate income with or without you, right? Because only when you can do that, then you can actually, take time off, spend time with your family, go on holidays and all that, right? In other words, how do you actually work once to build your e-commerce business and get paid forever? That's right. How do you actually do that, right? How do you actually create wealth? Okay, I'm going to share with you exactly how to do that, all right, when you come for our seminar next Saturday, 30th of April, okay? And finally, what is the new upcoming business trend that is taking Asia by storm and how to be one of the first to take advantage of it? Okay, I got to show it all to you this coming on next Saturday, all right, in the seminar. Okay, so now you might be curious right now, how much does it cost to actually attend this seminar, right? To tell you the truth, the value is worth at least $500, right? And we have charged this amount in the past, right? But because right now, because you guys actually took the time to attend this webinar, okay, I want to reward you for taking action, for committing your time to spend time with spend your time to invest your time in this webinar, okay? And also because I've actually made a promise to my mentors before to make this information freely available to as many people as possible. This seminar is not going to be $500. It is going to be absolutely free, all right, absolutely free of charge. That's right, you can come, all right, with pen and paper, ready to attend, and I will share you all the information you need to get started on your e-commerce business. All right, so if that is you, you say yes, I want to be financially independent, all right, go to this link right now, which is bit.ly/ecommercewealth2016 to register for a spot right now. Now spots are, as always limited, right? But if you will take action right now, okay, you will actually be guaranteed a spot. All right, so the date right now is 30th of April 2016. It's coming this on next Saturday. It's going to be held in Toa Payoh, the actuary, right? The registration is 2 o'clock. The time is 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. All right, and to reward action takers, all right, now spots are always taken up very quickly, but because I want to reward action takers, right? I want to only and to only work with action takers. I want to reward you by giving you this as a bonus. If you register by tonight, 11:59 p.m., okay, you will be given this free ebook worth $47. It's called Social Media Authority, and you will learn how to become an influencer yourself to actually gain many followers on social media, so that any product that you want to market, right, you can immediately have access to your own a huge group of followers that will actually start looking at your product and potentially buying from you. Okay, it's a complement to e-commerce. You know how to generate traffic from social media. Okay, so once again, right, those of us who are serious and committed to our success, I want to encourage you to take action right now to register for our webinar. It is spots are being snapped up right now as we speak. All right, and to make things easier for you, I'm going to actually flash this on the screen right now. Okay, you see on the right side of your screen, all right, you see on the right side of your screen, you will see a yellow button that or the yellow offer, a yellow box that says e-commerce speak well seminar, how to create income and wealth fast online. And you will see a link right there, all right, called register now. Just click on the link and you will be taken immediately to this link, bit.ly/e-commerce wealth 2016, to register for your spot and reserve your spot in this seminar. Now, every time we have this seminar, spots are always snapped up quickly. All right, so before all the spots are taken up, I want to encourage you to start taking action right now. And if you take action right now and register, you will receive this ebook worth $47 for free. All right, for free. All right, so I've come to the end of my seminar. All right, if you want to know more information, all right, come to our seminar and you will learn all the information you need to get started, and how to get access to the entire range of disruptive technology products that we have found in the anti-aging market, which we have identified to be the biggest, fastest growing market in the world right now, pioneered and actually backed by or created by scientists who are top in their field, Dr. Vincent J. Baba or Dr. Nathan Newman. All right, come for our seminar and I'll show you exactly the information you need to get started in your e-commerce business in the anti-aging market. Okay, so right now, I want you to go to this link right now and register for your spot. All right, and either that or to actually click on the yellow button you see on the right hand side of the screen to go for our seminar. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me in this webinar. I hope that you have benefited from the information in this webinar. Once again, I hope to see you in this coming, not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday on the 30th of April. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to get back to the person who invited you for this webinar and he or she can share with you more information. All right. So I've come. So thank you once again for joining me for this webinar. I'll look forward to seeing you next Saturday at our e-commerce speak well seminar. All right. My name is Charles. Once again, thank you for joining me in this seminar. I hope you have a great evening, and thank you for joining me. Have a great evening, and bye bye.